I want you to listen to a real life story. We have thousands of real life stories in People's Church. But I want you to hear another one that just happened a few months ago. How God came into a young lady's life. And when she opened her heart to Him, the difference He made. I'm going to ask Anupama to come and share what God has done in her life.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anupama, and I come from a family which doesn't have a single Christian. I was born into a non-Christian family, entirely non-Christian. Not even the faraway relations are Christians in my family. So it was a very different background that I grew up with. And growing up, I always felt that something was missing in life, because I was known to be the weird one. I was never able to fit into any group or any group of people that I met. I was always different. I was always known to be the weird person among anybody. So I was very rejected, not literally, but then in many ways I was rejected and feeling alone. And so I was not accepted in any kind of situation. So to cover that up, what I did was I pretended to be someone else. I pretended to be somebody that I was not, to impress other people, to show the world that I pleased them. But in that situation, in that process, I had lost my individuality and I had forgotten who I was. So I grew up like that, and by God's grace I entered university, and at university I met a very good pack of friends who really helped me out through lots of situations. And I met very nice people, and during that time when I was in university, when I started to think about what life would be, which is ahead of me, I started thinking of the purpose of life. I mean, what would I do with my life? Okay, I will get a degree, I will get a job, I'll get married maybe. After that, what? You know, what is life after that? And the thing about death and what will happen after death really scared me sometimes. Even though I was young, and lots of people advised me not to think of those things because I was too young, but it really scared me. So I started looking for the purpose of life, the meaning of life, what life is actually about. And in that process, I went into many things. You know, there are so many personal development books, personality development books, leadership books, you know, all those stuff. I went into that. And I studied Indian classical dancing ever since I was very small. So I went into Indian mythology. I felt good. I went to yoga, pranayama, all those sort of things to find the peace, to feel the emptiness that I had in me and that no one could fulfill. But I was fine for a while, but then always once you get out of that routine, I always felt very empty and rejected and the same old, confused, irritated, lonely person that I was. So I decided to, since I was a very curious person and I wanted to know a lot of things about many things around me, I wanted to, and I loved reading, so I started reading about Jesus. I was wondering who Jesus was, why was he crucified, and if he was God's son, why didn't he save himself? All those questions came to my mind. I started reading about him, and many books came into my hand, so I started reading about it. But ultimately, I figured out that I actually didn't go into the book that I should read, actually. So I asked one of my really close friends for a Bible, and I started reading it. Because I had read other religious books and stuff like that, so I thought, okay, I should read the Bible too. And while reading the Bible, something that I've never experienced reading any book in my entire life was happening to me. I started feeling an immense amount of trust, and the fact that, when you read a book, you always imagine what's happening in the book, and you think, wow, it's nice if that happened in real life. But when I read the Bible, I didn't feel like that. I felt like every word it said was true. And that I had never felt ever. So, being a literature student, I thought that was kind of, that was weird, like me. So I went on reading the Bible, and I started to feel like something is there that I need to discover. And the emptiness that I was feeling inside me was bit by bit being complete. And that was an amazing, indescribable feeling that I still have while reading the Bible, by the way. So I asked my friend, what should I do now? And then she said, well, you should pray. I said, I don't know how to pray. Then she said, just talk to God. I was like, how do you talk to God? God doesn't talk to me. He's up there. I'm here. He's so awesome. Why would he talk to me? But my friend said, just sit down, talk to him, say whatever you want to say. So I did. And guess what happened? He spoke back to me. He spoke back to me through his word, through many incidents that happened in my life. For example, I would come home very tired and I would ask God a question. I would say, Lord, I really need to know what to do right now. I open up the Bible, pronto. It was just there, what I should do. Every single emotional need I had, physical need I had, everything that I had, that I needed, was fulfilled through the very word of God. And that was just an amazing feeling. I still don't know how to describe it. So I read the Bible, I was keeping on reading the Bible and all that, and my friend used to bring me to services like this, where I felt this immense, this big feeling of peace that I would never feel ever. But then I would go back and I would be like, yeah, I'm okay like this. I'm fine. I don't need to do anything much. I don't need to take a step of faith that Pastor Dishan always keeps asking us to do. But I was like, okay, I'm comfortable. But then one day I decided, no, I should take a step of faith. I should take a step forth to discover what it is all about. So, during the first youth night held in PCHE, it was called Broken Angel, I gave my heart to Jesus. I went to the altar call. I was feeling very scared, very uncomfortable. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that I could talk to Jesus and I could have a personal relationship with him, but I didn't know what, the methodical things. I really didn't know anything. But I went to the altar and I said, Lord, I'm giving my heart to you. Come to my life and fill that empty space that I have in my heart. And he did. I will never be able to describe the feeling that I got at that time, and I will never be able to describe the transformation that happened to me at that moment. Everything in life became brand new to me. The way that I looked at people became brand new. The way that I thought about situations became brand new. And the best part is that I felt accepted for who I was. I had never had that feeling in my life ever. I felt accepted for the first time in my life at the altar in front of Jesus. I started crying. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Thinking of that day gives me chills. So, yes, I gave my heart to the Lord, and it was, life is not perfect. Life is still going on. There are still challenges, still problems. But then the way that I've looked at it, looking at it, it's different. And I'm not perfect, but I'm much, much better than who I was before. And the way that I look at the world, the way that I look at life, the way that I appreciate things is just amazing. And for a person who comes from I come from a broken family, I've never had a father's love. So for a person like me, to have a dad who created me, and to love me for who I am, no matter how many times I stumble, is just amazing. And when you get into relationships, you always wonder whether this will last forever. What is the purpose behind this? Or when will it end? What if something happens? What if we break up, etc., etc. But the best part about this relationship is this love and this acceptance is going to last forever. Thank you very much.